help me cut some chicken while we talk. I'm trying to cut this rotisserie chicken, and then I have a second one, and make chicken pieces in this container. And hello. Okay, let's get started. So, in our home, my husband does most of the cooking, and I actually don't like cooking. I'm getting over that now, and I'm trying to learn and find things that I do enjoy cooking. I did not cook this rotisserie chicken. It did come pre-cooked. I'm not a vegetarian, but I do struggle with cooking meat. The sight and smell of raw meat tends to bother me, and the texture. And so when I do cook, it's typically vegetarian. I'll cook the vegetarian part of the meat, and my husband will cook the meat part of the meal. And we do this, and it works, usually. And sorry, I'm not that great at talking while focusing. As you can see, I don't even know how to cut a chicken. But he does most of the cooking. He's a really great cook. I have always avoided being in the kitchen completely. And when I was younger, I refused to learn to do a lot of housekeeping type work because I was always afraid I was afraid of the stigma around it, and like being in the kitchen being a woman's job. So I wanted nothing to do with that, and I went the complete opposite direction where I didn't want to learn to cook, and I didn't want to learn to do laundry, and I didn't want to learn to clean because it was I wanted to prove that it's not a woman's job to do, right? But as I got older, I did start to realize. I touched my nose. I'm gonna wash my hands. As I was saying, don't mind my messy kitchen right now. I'm not done cleaning. So as I got older, I realized I don't have to avoid learning things just to prove a point to the world. And I learned how to take care of my home and how to take care of myself, and really shifted my perspective that, cooking, cleaning, laundry, chores, grocery shopping, they're not man or woman's job. They are life skills that every human being needs to have. And I'm still feel a bit behind on the cooking part because I need the protein and the meat, but I struggle with handling raw meat. So I did some time ago get ground meat, and I made I made lamb burgers, and they turned out pretty good. So I'm willing to experiment with like easier things, but right now I'm just going to be traveling for a few months soon, and by myself. And so even though my husband does most of the cooking, I'm just preparing this chicken because why? Just my thought. Because he's a human being. and people get sick, and people have bad days at work, and people get tired, and so I do step up and cook and do those things when he's not feeling like it, but I want there to be something that is a quick grab and go, that he can reach for when I'm not here. And because I know it'll be hard on him too that I'll be away for so long. So yeah, let me spare you the misery and maybe show you the end result at the end. But actually, let's see, what else can I talk about? So this is a new YouTube channel for me. I am not used to making YouTube videos. I started making YouTube videos. Well, actually, I wanted to start making YouTube videos a really long time ago. And way back when I was in high school. And the reason was I've always enjoyed watching YouTube. I've always really liked YouTube. And I always thought it's so cool that people do this and they put out content and I get to sit there and I get to consume it. And a part of me has always wanted to give back. And as a thank you to other people out there who are creating as well. And if I'm consuming something, if I am consuming something, that might work. If I'm consuming something, I want to contribute in some way and have it be a give and take relationship and not just take. And that's how I always felt about YouTube, but I haven't had the courage to do much. If I've ever tried to update a video or upload a video, 1 minute. If I've ever tried to upload a video, I spent my mornings doing makeup, finding the right outfit, getting my hair just right, trying to decide if I want to wear my scarf or I don't. Just in that, hours have now gone by and no video. And then after that, I go to my recording area and I turn on the camera and I spent 4 or 5 hours recording something, and it's not I'm not happy with it. It's not perfect. I am a perfectionist. And so then after 4 or 5 hours of work, now half the day's gone by. I've recorded a video 15 times. I don't like it, and I would delete it, and it would never see the light of day. And so when I made this channel, which was this week, I have promised myself that I'm making this YouTube channel not for the world to see, but for me to build my camera confidence, for me to get comfortable being myself and explore my own personality, have a place where I'm just myself and have fun doing it. No rules. No rules around how many times I post, no rules about what I wear, no rules about, oh, I don't have my scarf on, so it's not the right time, because I do wear a headscarf, but for me it's more of a wearing it in formal setting kind of thing. So I was like, social media, do I not? And so I have decided that what I do here will be bound by no rules, in terms of societal, cultural expectations, and it will be it'll be just me having fun. And I'm still trying to figure out. I watch videos and I draw inspirations and I try to redo them, but like I'm not someone who feel confident doing like TikTok dances. I do feel too self-conscious about myself doing that. I also don't I don't like I watched some ASMR videos on YouTube where people are like setting up their office and their desk in their home, and I don't know how people do that. I don't know how people do that. I have been trying to get my office to look like my inspo board or mood board for a year, and there's curveballs after curveballs. Like I don't have the time to paint the walls, and then I have this furniture that got moved from this part and now it's in the way, and now that moved and now it's cleared, and now I have boxes to declutter, and it starts to feel like a lot of shuffling around of things and less so progress. And when I do make progress, like I made big progress in my office, which I want to make videos about, I made big progress, but then my family brought over a dresser they wanted us to have, and now we have to find a space for this dresser because it is a meaningful dresser. So now that one is in the middle of my office until we find a home, and my husband wants to kind of restore it because it's painted, so he wants to sand it down and restain it so it looks the way it originally was, which is fine, but that means it's going to sit in my office until there's room in the garage for it, and then when that happens, then it has to find a space in the house. And so I just feel like I can never do those kind of videos that I want to do, which is transformation of spaces, because I don't know how people do it on social media where they're like, here's it before, here's what we did. We just suddenly shopped for a bunch of furniture. And boom, here's the final result. Look at this. It's like every piece of furniture I buy, it takes me time to make money and save money and find the right thing with the right dimension and the right color. And it seems like on social media, people will just magically walk into a thrift store or some sort of a boutique and find the absolute perfect thing. And it's like, I don't know how that's happening. And I know a lot on social media is not real, and I have to remind myself that, but it sure as hell is frustrating when I'm trying to get my office in order for some time now, and it's just not happening. It's happening, but it's happening at a very turtle pace, if you know what I mean. I'm thinking I should have one container of pieces of chicken, but I don't think I want to cut down the leg piece. I think I'll put that in a separate container. 1 second. Where's my second? So yeah, this is kind of where I'm at. And also, like, I watch a lot of videos where people want to set up their offices and things like that, and I want to do that, and I would really like to turn my house into a more Mediterranean style, and I'd like to turn my office, my vibe. I like cozy, I like calm, I like tranquility. I do like some ASMR stuff, but I am not at the heart a girly girl. I don't want pink, I don't want glitter, I don't want I don't want pink and glitter and shiny and rainbows and sunshines. And I think from the first few videos I've posted, may not be able to guess, but my vibe is a little less feminine new fork. One moment. And what I actually like is industrial mixed with a bit of dark academia. And that's what I'm going for. And maybe I will include a photo of what I'm kind of working towards in my office. I had AI renderings generated of my office space. And I want to bring my office as close to that as possible. And it is getting there. I just have a lot of things to manage. Like, for example, my family who is moving, they're downsizing to a smaller space. And so they asked if they could temporarily move some of their things at our place, which is totally fine with me. I'm okay with that. I'm happy to help. But it does mean that my dark academia office is going to wait a little longer. It's just going to have their stuff in there until they leave it, get rid of it, whatever else, right? And again, I offered, I'm happy to have that, but it does mean, like, this is what I mean, like, people on TV and social media, it's like, they make it seem so easy. It's like, oh my God, I have this vision for this room, and then I'm going to do it, and I'm going to walk through stores and thrift stores and this and that and online shopping, and I'm going to find the exact right furniture and the exact right colors, and they have the money for it right off the bat, and they make it happen, and somebody is gone and they come back in a few hours and the whole room is transformed. And it blows my mind, and I know much of it's not real, but I'm like, I want that so badly. But we'll get there. I'll show you my office. So, yeah, I've actually ditched the fork and knife, and I have washed my hands 3 times. So, but I'm now digging in with my hand to get to the last little bits. But it is just for us to eat. It's not like I'm selling food, so it's all good. It's all good. I feel like if you exchange saliva with someone, you can eat the food they touch. I don't think he cares. So anyways, that is that. I think I am done with this. I want to rinse my hands off. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like. I don't know if there's any, I know, like, you can save the bones and make like bone broth, so maybe I could try doing that, but that's what's left. And then I have chicken pieces in here, and then I have 2 leg pieces here. You might be wondering, what about the wings? I have no idea. Where are the wings? They're somewhere. Maybe in here, maybe a portion in there, maybe something else. I don't know. What wings? So I got chicken pieces and leg pieces. So, all right, let's do a separate video for a separate chicken. I did not save the second chicken for the second video. I decided to cut the second chicken in quiet and peace. So here you go. There's 2 rotisserie chickens I got from Superstore. Got 2 containers of chopped ones, and one has 4 leg pieces. Again, don't ask me where the chicken wings are. Do you think I know what I'm doing here?